How to ovulate with polycystic ovarian syndrome. How to ovulate with polycystic ovarian syndrome naturally. How to ovulate with PCOS naturally. In this video today, we are going to talk about how you can ovulate even if you have polycystic ovarian syndrome. First of all, we shall begin by defining what polycystic ovarian syndrome is, or polycystic ovarian syndrome. Polycystic ovarian syndrome, specifically, this means that if you have a normal ovary, and the whole of this is the ovary, but it has some small swellings, these swellings are containing fluid, or they are fluid filled. We call them cysts. Any swellings or any growths on the ovary, when it is filled with fluid, we call that a cyst. So when they are many, we call them poly. Poly means many. Cyst is a fluid filled growth, or swelling. So when we have many swellings on the ovary, and these swellings are filled with fluid, then we call this polycystic ovarian syndrome. So the question is, can you ovulate naturally when you have this condition? By the way, it is a condition, and it is basically brought about by insufficient production of some particular hormones, and hormones are specifically those chemicals, or they are those chemicals which are produced by your brain, and they help in key functions. When we talk about fertility hormones, we are talking about those hormones that deal with fertility. When we talk about hormones which affect the renal system, we are talking about hormones that affect the urinary system. But in this video, we are talking about specifically the key hormones which are involved when someone has polycystic ovarian syndrome. So we shall go back and say that although the ovaries usually have many follicles, they do not develop fully, and so ovulation does not occur. If you do not ovulate, then you may not have a period. As we were saying, to answer the question, can a woman who has polycystic ovarian syndrome ovulate? It means you are actually not able to ovulate. The main reason is that the hormone which is responsible for putting out the whole process of ovulation normally is not sufficient. In women with polycystic ovarian syndrome, normally they do not see their periods. The main reason is that they tend to have what we call hormonal imbalances. When we talk about hormonal imbalances, specifically we are covering two key hormones. Although there are many hormones, but we are talking about only two hormones. The first hormone is what we call the follicle stimulating hormone, also abbreviated as the FSH hormone, and then the next hormone is what we call the luteinizing hormone, also abbreviated as LH. So these two hormones, that is FSH and LH, are produced in the brain. They are produced in the brain, and they are produced by a part in the brain which is known as the anterior pituitary gland. So this anterior pituitary gland is responsible for many functions, but here we are talking about the production of the fertility hormones known as the follicle stimulating hormone and the luteinizing hormone. Of course, stimulation of the anterior pituitary gland to produce these hormones is done by the hypothalamus. So the hypothalamus is specifically slightly above the anterior pituitary gland, and it releases a hormone known as the gonadotropin releasing hormone, which tells the anterior pituitary gland to produce the FSH and LH. When FSH, remember we said this is follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone, when they are released in the brain, they travel in the blood, and then they go specifically to this part, the whole of this region here, but specifically they go to the ovaries. Follicle stimulating hormone specifically works on the egg, and then it tells the egg, or it leads to production of another hormone known as estrogen or estradiol. Some doctors call it E2. But the whole thing is that estrogen is a result of follicle stimulating hormone being produced way back in the brain and then traveling to the egg and then bringing about the production of estrogen. So this simply means that when there's no enough follicle stimulating hormone in your bloodstream, then there's going to be no estrogen, or there's going to be little estrogen. And then when we look at a woman trying to get pregnant, a woman not seeing her periods, you cannot see your periods. You can actually get irregular periods, specifically when there is an imbalance in these two hormones. I've got many clients asking me on WhatsApp. Remember to talk to me on my WhatsApp. It is +256 701 797876, and the other WhatsApp number is +256 2 plus 2. Then the other WhatsApp number, sorry about that, it is +256 787 668 962. I'm going to give you these numbers later on as we proceed. I've got many clients asking me this question: why am I having irregular periods? Why are my periods not regular? Why am I not getting pregnant? Yes, for every woman, it is a different story. There are those who get pregnant very easily. Okay, the first time they be with their partner, they make love, they get pregnant. There's a percentage of women, which is actually a large percentage, whereby getting pregnant easily does not happen. This has happened in many of our people, and it is still happening today. Normally, there could be something that needs to be investigated, that needs to be brought to light, and then we may really understand what is causing this. So, failure to get pregnant is basically due to many factors, but my best advice is always look at the hormones. Look at the hormones. You can do the pelvic ultrasound scans, you can do the other tests, the urine tests and all that, but specifically the hormones play a very important factor. So they play a very important role. So when you have irregular periods, when you are not ovulating, you actually be with your partner year after year, but you are not getting pregnant. There could be a problem with your hormone. There could be a hormonal imbalance. If the follicle stimulating hormone reaching your eggs is insufficient, then it means the ovaries, they are not going to produce, they are not going to actually bring about maturation. There's not going to be maturation of the egg. So when the eggs are not maturing, then it means they will not even be released. And when the eggs are not released, it means there's not going to be fertilization. Even if you have, you make love every day, when there's no ovulation taking place, or there's insufficient supply of the eggs from the ovaries, then it means there could be actually issues. So the key is understand what is happening. And to answer the question, can a woman with polycystic ovary syndrome ovulate? Normally the answer is no, until we find out what is happening. So for the whole process of ovulation to take place, normally the egg has to be released, and when it is released, fertilization takes place in the ampulla, or in this particular part of the fallopian tube. When the egg has been released, it travels way back and then it attaches itself onto your uterine wall, or the endometrium. But also, if this egg is traveling through this length of the fallopian tube and it gets along some adhesions, or it gets blockages along the way in the fallopian tubes, remember, it was fertilized. When it is traveling, it expects to be pushed by hair-like processes known as cilia. These are hair-like processes which do the sweeping, just as you do sweep your room or your house. So basically, these hair-like processes, they sweep the egg smoothly up to the uterine wall. So if a woman has a history of repeated urine tract infections, polycystic, repeated infections and even adhesions in the tubes, normally the egg can remain in the fallopian tube, and this can lead to what we call an ectopic pregnancy, a pregnancy in the tubes. This is actually an obstetric emergency. It's an emergency whereby management has to be done very fast. So today we have been talking about ovulation with polycystic ovarian syndrome. Let me answer all your questions on my WhatsApp. You can always send your question. As soon as I see it, I will answer it, just because I handle many clients. But what you can do, my friend, I request that you send your question, send your voice notes. I will answer at least every question I get, though it may take some little time, like maybe some minutes, but I will make sure that I answer all your questions. And then also remember that to get pregnant, it is very, very possible. Many women are getting pregnant. It is very possible, as long as everything is in order, as long as everything is okay. We can give you the best advice, but also you need to believe in God. You also need to do your part. Follow the advice of the experts. Pray about it. It is very possible you can get pregnant. When you analyze and identify your cycle, it is very, very possible that you can get pregnant. You can give testimony. It is working for many people. It can also work for you. What I request is get the right information. You can get it from me. You can get it from any other professional. But as long as you have information can help you identify what is wrong. And when you identify what the problem is, it is very possible you can get pregnant. I have a book I have written. It's about ovulation, how to get pregnant faster. You can watch the video, but this book is very detailed. I recommend it that you can get your copy. It goes for only $20. Sit down, read it, and let me answer all your questions. Any part you don't understand, connect with me on WhatsApp. I will do follow up on you, talk to you, counsel you, advise you like I've done for many clients. And yes, on this journey of trying to get pregnant, I believe we can work together. And when you are patient and you put in prayers and you do your part, trust in God, everything can work out. So I recommend this ebook. It is very fantastic. It is detailed. It is talking about ovulation. After this advert, the ovulation calendar, get pregnant faster, the complete guide. Ovulation calendar, get pregnant faster, the complete guide. This is my new ebook. It talks about ovulation. It talks about all the rules you need to follow, everything you need to follow if you are looking at getting pregnant. Get your ebook right now. Order for it on my WhatsApp. You can send me a message. It is +256 701 797876. You could also send me a WhatsApp on my other number. It is +256 787 668 962. Order by email. Also, you can send me an email on ovulationebook@gmail.com. That is ovulationebook@gmail.com. Get your ebook right now. If you are looking at getting pregnant, you will read it. There are lots of steps to follow. They are easy to understand. Get this ebook right now. It goes for only $20. Order for your ebook at only $20. Send me a message and I will show you how you can purchase your ebook. When you get this ebook, you'll be able to determine ovulation. You'll understand the common problems with ovulation, the common drugs for ovulation, and then also you'll be able to improve male fertility, because you may be thinking that you have issues when there are issues with your partner, when maybe he has issues with low sperm count, poor sperm quality. So I talk about all this in this ebook, and then also you'll be able to determine, you'll also be able to have sex, and then of course to determine gender selection. You'll be able to time sex for gender selection, and then also you'll be able to have all your questions answered about ovulation. Get this ebook right now, because the biggest problem most women seem to have with getting pregnant is determining when they are ovulating and then their most fertile time to be pregnant. In this ebook, I've got all this covered. Just order for your ebook today and you will be able to know, you'll be able to begin on this journey of getting pregnant very easily, knowing that you have a guide, you have a book you are reading, and it's giving you tried and tested information which has worked for many women. It has worked for many couples. Get your ebook right now. To order, send me a message on +256 701 7978 8 and 76. That is +256 701 7978 76. You could also send me a WhatsApp on my number. It's also +256 787 668 962. Send me a message showing your interest, and I will show you how to order for your ebook, how you can purchase it. It will be delivered straight to your email once you submit all the details. And then also you could send me an email on ovulationebook@gmail.com. Get your ebook right now, Ovulation Calendar, Get Pregnant Faster, the complete guide. It goes for only $20 US. Gerald Massa, the health educator, my names, and please connect with me and you'll be able to get this ebook. Have yourself a fantastic and healthy day. Bye-bye. So thanks a lot, my friend. Let me know if you have any questions. Subscribe so that you'll be the first to get my videos I release every day. These are our videos. They are actually simplified, and let me know if you have any questions. Remember to hit the subscribe button. Talk to me on WhatsApp. I will answer all your questions. May God bless and protect us all. And remember to read the description for details about this video. And yes, see you in my next video. Bye-bye and God bless. Bye-bye.